Peace. Welcome to the YouTube live book reading of Animal Speak. Learn the language of the animals by Ted Andrews. The spiritual and magical powers of creatures, great and small. Peace, everyone. Hi, it's love. Welcome to this beautiful Saturday AM, and time for the book reading. I've had a beautiful day last evening and got some great prayer and meditation in for our friends and families. You know, we want healthy. We want them to feel that love as well. Got some beautiful new additions as well. Look at this cockatoo feather. So beautiful, right? Eyes, heart, love. All right, so I was thinking about today us closing out this bird totem section, the dictionary. We might do it. Eyes, heart, love. The bottom of page 196. Here we go. Swift. Swift. Keynote. Speed and agility in the great quest. The magic elixir of saliva and cycle of power. Evening. The swift is a small bird with wings that are swept back and stiff. If flying is quick and, as its name implies, very swift. Its tail is short and barely shows, reflecting a need not to drag one's feet in any endeavor. If swifts have flown into your life, you should be asking yourself some questions. Are you not acting on opportunities when they present themselves? Are you or others around you hesitating too much? Are you trying to do things too quickly and losing control in the process? The swift is a bird that can teach us how to respond to people and situations in life with speed and agility. It teaches us how to take advantage of any opportunity that arrives. The swift is most active in the evening, but it can be found feeding at almost any time of day. This reflects its ability to assess and respond to opportunities with speed. The swift teaches us that hesitation can truly create loss of opportunity. The swift makes a cup-shaped nest glued with its own saliva. There is a tremendous mysticism around saliva and its uses for healing, its connection to the primal fluids of life within you. The use of it as a glowing substance reflects the ability to draw on life energies and fluids for various purposes. In Tantrism and Taoism, there is a tremendous mysticism centered around saliva. The saliva of a sexually aroused woman is credited with great power, including healing and the charging of magical talismans. Saliva can be used as a witness for absent healing. A witness is anything which will physically represent the person. It is a link to the person and their energy. Saliva was considered a nectar in some Eastern practices, nectar that could serve many functions. Anyone with the swift as a totem would do well to explore these as they evolve the passing of saliva for specific purposes. Kissing as a form of psychic protection is very ancient as well. The placing of a kiss and the saliva confers psychic energy and activates psychic centers. The saliva seals and protects areas of the body most susceptible to disharmony, and it helps to promote a wider distribution of love energy during sexual activity. This is reflected in the energies of the swift as it seals its nest with saliva. The cup-shaped nest has significance for anyone with a swift totem. The cup is a symbol of the Holy Grail, the quest of which leads us to find our spiritual essence and how best to manifest it in this lifetime. All cups are associated with feminine energies. A cup holds and contains elixirs or saliva. It can be used to pour them out like the horn of plenty. The nest is a reminder to act upon your feminine energy swiftly and powerfully. Learn to draw forth your waters and bring to life the magic within. In this, the swift will assist you. Moving on. Peace, everyone. We're at the top of page 198. Thank you for all being here. Thank you for reading books with us. Love and honor to Yellow Brick Cinema. Thank you so much for keeping us in harmony. The top of page 198. Here we go. Swisher. The Swisher. Key note. Awakening to the fairy realm. Accomplishment for the sake of accomplishment. And cycle of power. Dusk and summer. The Swisher. I'll read this caption for this headline right here. It says, the Swisher. The Swisher is a member of a family of birds that used to be called the goat suckers. They have a short bill and a wide mouth, and they feed on insects captured in the air. Let's see, there's a picture of the Swisher. Thank you guys for reading Animals Speak with Us by Ted Andrews. The spiritual and magical powers of creatures, great and small. All right, the Swisher. Cycle of power, dusk to summer. This bird is often referred to as a nighthawk, but it is no hawk at all. It is a cousin to the whippoorwill. It is a bird with a variegated plumage of white, black, and buff, reflecting that intersection of night and day that we call dusk. Dusk is the time at which the swisher is most active. It is a time long associated with fairies, elves, and the awakening of spirits. The swisher is a bird of the tween time, and it is often seen as a transport or vehicle for those of the fairy realm. The swisher is part of a group of birds that used to be called goat suckers because of an age old belief that they suck the milk of goats. This probably originated with the folk ideas of mischievous elves and fairies who helped themselves to milk from goats and cows on farms near their homes. Many misbehaviors and misfortunes were attributed to elves and fairies when there were no rational explanation. The souring of milk, the disappearance of objects, and even the stealing of milk was attributed to them. Since swishers and other goat suckers of European origin were active at dusk and night, the time of elf and fairy activity, they were considered the vehicles for those of the fairy realm. The swisher has a short bill and a wide mouth. It hunts at dusk and it feeds on insects that are captured and eaten in flight. They are most conspicuous, conspicuous and active at dusk and night. This reflects much about those who have a swisher as a totem. They will often find themselves so active that they seem to live on the run. It will be important for those who have the swisher come into their lives to pay attention to the tween times: dawn, dusk, midnight, noon, all times that are neither nor one nor the other. These will be times of greatest inspiration and power. You will find yourself more effective in all of your activities. Unlike other nightjars or goat suckers, the swisher is more often seen than heard. Many people see them at night, but often don't realize what they are seeing. Many see this again as a direct correspondence to fairies and elves, with them being around and not being noticed. If a swisher has come into your life, you may wish to examine aspects of your life activities. Are you feeling neglected? Are you neglecting or not honoring important others in your life? Are you trying to get attention when you should be focusing on just accomplishing your task? Are you or others around you forcing things? The swisher will teach you to do your life tasks and to do them well, just for the sake of doing them, rather than for extraneous attention. It will teach you that there is no need to blow your own horn. When you do your job well, others will do that for you. The swisher builds no nest of its own. It lays its two eggs upon the bare ground. This in itself is highly significant. It needs no glamour. It sees the earth as its nest, and it brings forth creative life. The two eggs also have symbolic significance for those who wish to explore the numerological correspondences. All right, that completes Swisher. Welcome all, welcome YouTube. Thank you so much for reading books early in the AM. Highest heart, love. Peace, everyone. Thank you so much for being honorable. All right, here we go. Moving on. Turkey. The turkey. Key note. Shared blessings and harvest. Cycle of power. Autumn. Turkey, guys. Page of 199 down. We're about to hit the 200s. Turkey. Here we go. Totems for turkey. Keynote. Shared blessings and harvest. Cycle of power. Autumn. The turkey is sometimes called the earth eagle. It has a long history of association with spirituality and the honoring of the Earth Mother. It is a symbol of all the blessings that the earth contains, along with the ability to use them to their greatest advantage. The turkey can live to be 12 years old. 12 is a significant number in that the earth revolves around the sun in 12 months, reflecting a tie between the turkey and the honoring life cycle of the earth. Those who have a turkey as a totem can usually expect a year of harvest. Turkeys are native birds to this continent, and they were even raised by the Aztecs and Mayans. Almost every part of the turkey had usefulness. They were used as food. Their feathers were used for decorations, and even their bones were used to make whistles. Turkeys have an intricate mythology among Native Americans. Turkeys help create the world, showing humans how to raise corn and fighting off evil spirits like the owl. Some stories teach how Indian sorcerers would turn themselves into turkeys and prowl around other villages. The turkey is part of the chicken family, and the characteristics of it should be studied as well by anyone with a turkey as a totem. Some believe that the name for this bird came from the Hebrew name for peacock, Tiki, Tuki. The turkey is one of the most adaptable birds. Although once threatened, it is now surviving strongly again in the wild. Its greatest threat is the loss of habitat. Although they can adapt to most environments, their presence is for forested lands. The diet of the turkey is varied, but they can eat up to a pound of acorns a day. Nuts and acorns have often been associated with hidden wisdom and new seeds of growth. Animals and birds which feed on them often reflected that new nourishment in the form of wisdom and or growth is likely to occur. The turkey has also been known to steal the food cache of squirrels. Thank you all. Thank you for being here. Peace. The male turkey has a bright red, fleshy wattle and a peculiar, inflatable growth on the forehead. When limp, it dangles along its beak like a loose antenna. It can swell, such as at those times when one male challenges another. This growth is very symbolic. It is linked to the ancient idea of the third eye. The inner vision, often associated with the pituitary gland in more traditional metaphysics. The brow center, or third eye, is the center for higher vision. And is often considered the seat of the feminine energy within each of us. This reflects its tie to the Mother Earth and all of its feminine energies and possibilities. The male will often keep several hens. The female must actually lie down in front of her chosen to get his attention. The hens will sometimes use a common nest for their eggs. This again hints at the concept of shared blessings, as does the way in which they protect themselves. Many believe that the turkey cannot fly, but this is not so. The turkey is capable of quick takeoffs and can fly up to 50 miles per hour for short distances. They also run well upon their stout legs. They also will perch in trees at night for safety, roosting together, and they will change their roosting nightly. They find a strength in numbers, and thus reflect the energy of sharing. Turkey complete. Yeah. We'll pause right here, continue back, and do one more of the dictionary of bird totems and complete it all. And then we'll move on to chapter 11, part 3 of this book. Hi, it's Heart Love. I'm your moderator and narrator, Uriel Riley. Thank you so much for reading with us. Have a wonderful Saturday. No King's Day. Representing the people and honor of the people. Animals speak. The spiritual and magical powers of creatures, great and small, by Ted Andrews. Learn the language of the animals. Thank you so much for reading with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. Peace, everyone. Much love. Thank you so much for reading books. Hi, it's Heart Love. I want you to have a wonderful day. Remember, we stand up. We stand up, guys. We fight for our freedom. And we love one another while uniting. You'll have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. And I will see you soon. Peace and honor. Love to the great Ananda Lewis that just is elevated. She was one of my favorite VJs ever. Yeah, that's top notch. So Ananda Lewis has elevated. Rest forever in love and peace. Cheers. Love to our friends and family. Peace. Thank you for the likes and subs. We're moving towards 500.